What is up, everyone? This is Jordan again from Undergraduate Survival Guide. Today we have one of the best five-a-side strikers I've ever seen.
Uncle Igalo.
We're starting the only way I can actually introduce a Chelsea fan on the podcast. Gafar, how's it going?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me. I have no idea why I wanted to do this, but that doesn't matter anymore. I'm here now.
This guy literally messaged me this morning, how can I get on? And then 5 seconds before we start, because I'm really nervous. I don't want to do it anymore.
Wait, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. All right, we move,
man. It gets good. But man, you've been working basically since the summer, right?
I was working at Clark's, during the first round of furlough, so the first lockdown.
Okay.
But I started a grad scheme in September, and I've just been working there since.
Mad. You don't get furlough in grad schemes, though, do you?
No. We actually have to work. It's different. It's different.
What's that like, actually doing work in lockdown?
It's actually, I'd say it's more of a positive thing. Because during the lockdown, when you're just staying at home and getting paid, I was just playing games and just chilling. I ended up, and I was eating so much. I ended up gaining 7-8 kilograms by the end of it. So just having something to kind of distract you throughout the day and just to keep you busy, it's definitely a more positive thing. So no real complaints there, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of similar, because I mentioned to you just before we started, I'm redoing second year. I've only got 3 modules, and since I came back to Bristol, I've been eating, just playing, slap the PS5 on. They're doing nothing else with my time.
Gotta be careful. Trust me.
Before, when I said I was well-rounded, because I had a good CV. Now it's just been eating way too many meals a day.
Oh man.
It's crazy. I feel like this lockdown, at least, because obviously you have 2 different jobs compared to last time, but it feels a lot different, just from a perspective.
Yeah. I'd say this one has been worse than the first one, to be honest. Because when the first one started, there was just this novelty around it, because no one really expected or really had an idea of what was going on. All of a sudden, we were just forced to stay at home, and there was a pretty cool aspect to that. It was cool to me. I'd say I'm naturally a stay at home or introverted type person, so it was it was pretty cool to me. But this lockdown, even though it was just a month compared to the first 5? Yeah. I felt this one. Because I guess it's because I had more plans or more things I wanted to do or try to do during this lockdown, but they obviously got cancelled. Didn't want to get rugby tackled by Boris, but but yeah, I really felt this one because it just felt like it really did hamper some opportunities and things I wanted to get into. But, yeah, again, no real complaints, I guess, for the safety of everyone and all of that shebang.
Yeah, no, it's true. What sort of things were you planning to do this time? And have you been able to do anything despite the lockdown?
I wanted to start going out more, which is stupid in the middle of a global pandemic. I wanted to start just experimenting with different things and just going out more and stuff. At the start of the year, I had this goal of doing an open mic night or something like that. Obviously, yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. It's not happening anytime soon. But yeah, just things like that. It's kind of horrible, but you just have to take it on the chin, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the thing. Have you managed to get anything done? I know you said you're working on music and stuff. Have you been able to do anything during lockdown at least, or just literally working all the time?
The first lockdown did nothing, and I loved it. Did absolutely nothing. Genuinely, it was just wake up, do whatever you want, eat, sleep, and just rinse and repeat. But the second lockdown, I guess it's like slightly more of the same, except I just had, I just have some like added responsibilities. And, it's good because it keeps you distracted and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I think by the stage is like just the majority of people are extremely, extremely fed up. And yeah, it probably took me like a longer while to get to that stage, but yeah, I'm definitely there now. Definitely there now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's nuts. I was thinking actually, like I know we talked a bit over summer, like we only even met for the first time over the summer.
Yeah. Like, was that Tate Modern?
Yeah, literally. Mid-pandemic, going to an art show and just not knowing anything that's going on.
Yeah.
That was my peak. Like I always thought I was somewhat sophisticated until I went to the Tate Modern.
Art is something that it just seems like something, I don't know, pretty cool to get into, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to like comprehend and understand it.
Literally. Just whenever I look at a blank sheet of paper now, I just feel like
what's it called? Like White Rabbit in the Snow or something. I don't know. It could be whatever. Yeah, I'm not cussing any artists or anything, but it's just, I don't know. I find it hard to understand it sometimes.
Honestly, yeah, art's cool. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's a middle class thing, I think.
Middle class. Understandable.
But now, chat to me about uni, man. Like, I have no idea what uni was like for you, other than that you went to it at some point and allegedly graduated.
Yeah, allegedly, I can confirm that is true. I did graduate.
Okay, off to a good start.
Yeah, graduated with 2-1. But yeah, the journey. Thank you. The journey was not the most ideal. It was probably quite the opposite, to be honest. I think from like a month into first year, I just knew I didn't want to go to uni. Like I knew I wasn't going to enjoy my time here.
Damn.
It was disgusting. But
what was the thing what was your breaking point, I guess?
That's a good question. Breaking point. I don't know. It's just like the realization. I think it's more of a mental thing. I just felt like I just didn't fit in. And like it just wasn't the kind of thing I wanted to do. So like beforehand, like during sixth form and stuff, I wanted to do an apprenticeship. Like I wanted to do the UBS apprenticeship.
Okay.
And like I just felt like that would have been like no, naturally I'm a lazy person, but I just felt like that could have been an easier way to get to like a destination that I thought at that time that I wanted to get to. And
yeah.
It just felt like uni would have been a massive detour to that. And then yeah, that like hit me in like a month into my first year. And it just like kind of spiraled downhill from there for like the majority of the time.
Damn.
Not the most inspiring uni story.
Nah, it happened. I was quite similar. Like, for me, it was the first day. I literally walked into my accommodation.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to my flatmates, like, how are you guys paying rent? Gonna go shopping together, blah, blah, blah. One of them goes, now my dad paid my rent, at the beginning. I don't have to worry about that.
My goodness.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like,
my goodness.
Like, I literally went to every single person in the flat, and even though I've got nothing against like people that with, more money than me, it's not by no means, but it's like, I can't relate to them on many things, and especially when they're coming in every night with a different bottle of wine and all this different stuff, and I'm like, making rice last me a month. Like, I instantly felt like I didn't belong there. I'm like, how am I supposed to like forget about actually learning things? How am I supposed to enjoy my time here and like talk to Like it's tough. It is very tough. Like I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah. And how did you find the experience of moving out and stuff?
I mean, second year for me, I lived with like 7 others. Obviously, Brian. That was just me. 8-guy flat, non-stop like 2K FIFA. All of us are London guys. Like I quickly found a group of people that I could get along with. Okay. But it's like I have to go out of my way to do that. I sympathize where it's like a lot of people, if you don't go to that, that one event and meet that one group of people, it's very difficult to break out. Like I think I got lucky, but
okay. Yeah. Fair.
It's nuts.
Yeah, looking back, I don't think I put in enough effort to try and find like a group of people like that. But, I lived at home during like university career, and so like I still had like a strong group of friends from sixth form and like secondary school and stuff. So there was like always this, I don't know, like this idea that I didn't really feel like, I didn't really feel like that I needed to go out of my way to make friends at uni, since I already had such a strong core group. But I don't know, like I found it really hard to like be super social all the time. Like especially since like I just didn't want to be there. So that definitely contributed to it. But yeah, we moved.
We moved, man. You got the job now. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that was a struggle as well, to be honest.
How come you stuck it out for so long? Well, you literally until graduation.
I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. But like definitely some things contribute. Like you don't want to be a failure, right? Like no one like generally wants to be a failure. And I think it's like, I don't know, like a mix of societal pressures and especially like pressure from family. Like growing up in an African household, it's like pretty typical with that. Like education is a big thing, blah blah blah. They want you to do blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And like you don't want to be the guy that they talk about and say, oh yeah, this guy, you dropped out of uni. Like it would be pretty damaging for one's psychological well-being if like they are like super sensitive to that kind of thing. Like which I am, like which I was, like for sure.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, just genuinely did not want to be that kind of like I didn't want to have those like connotations or anything around me. So it was just like do or die, I guess.
That's crazy. I've heard that a lot as well. I feel like a lot of us kind of jump into uni because of our parents or our family.
Yeah.
And then no matter what, it's like I got to stick it out.
Yeah, for sure. Like oh, one second.
No worries.
Yeah, brother. Like what was I gonna say? Yeah. Sticking it out. Yeah, it was pretty tough to do that. Like it kind of felt like it just kind of felt like there was no way out. It was either you're gonna just spend so much time in a place where you don't want to be and where you don't want to be, or leave and face like I don't know, like you can imagine whatever. I know there was a stage where I was speaking to Osman and stuff, and I was so worried about like if I quit uni and stuff, I might end up homeless. Like it seems so stupid, but like at that time it made so much sense for me to make, or at the time, like logical conclusions to me going from dropping out of uni to ending up being homeless for the rest of my life. Slightly like overthinking and stuff, but at that time that's where my mindset was. It was like this would lead to this would lead to this, and because of that, this would lead to this, and boom, homeless forever. And at that stage, I genuinely believed it.
Nightmare.
Genuinely living nightmare. Genuinely, it was just horrible. Like it's funny to talk about and look back at it now, but at that time it was damn, it was too much.
Yeah. And that's having that, because the thing is, people don't realize that when you start uni, you're like 17, 18, 19, like we're still prone to these like crazy creative, imaginative like death spirals if you don't finish uni.
Yeah. And like nothing is even confirmed if you complete uni anyways. So like I don't even know where these like ideas come into play. Like I don't know where they come from, but they just end up in your mind somehow, and you just like latch onto it and just build off of it. So it makes no sense, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's not like, even when I first failed, when I failed first year, I think I talked to my friends about it, I talked to people about it, and everyone's always saying, oh, how do I tell my parents? Or like, it's going to be so scary. Like, we're going to have to be here for 5 years. That's 5 years of your life. I'm like, it's not. At the time I really thought, like, even right now, sometimes it's like, damn, I'm really 22 and only in second year. But like, come on, man. Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Your degree is only as valuable, like, as you think it is. It's not actually a tangible thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's for some reason, it's so hard to realize that. And even when you do realize that, it's really difficult to like keep believing in it. Like, obviously, like some things will happen where it will just make you question, like, you know, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? What's the point? Like, why keep going on? But yeah, it's just so hard to realize. Definitely so hard to realize.
Do you think there was like a point where, I mean, obviously you didn't really want to do uni in the first place, but was there ever a point where you just thought this isn't worth it?
Yeah. Yeah, first year and second year. First year, I was like, yeah, this is not worth it. If I was gonna quit, might as well quit at the beginning. Yeah, that way, like, you wouldn't have invested like much time or anything into it. But I don't know why it kept going on. I didn't like. I barely did any work during the first year, but I, like, because of like my A levels and stuff, a lot of the things that were tested in my first year were like I've already covered before. Okay. So I didn't like have to do much or any work for like the majority of my modules. Just like pretty much walking into exams and just like, I don't know, somehow getting decent grades and stuff. So like, yeah, there was that aspect of first year. But one thing that did help me quite a bit first year is like just like some of the friends that I had around me. And like you, when you speak to them and you like see them and stuff, like they're really enjoying uni. They're really like really loving it. And you don't want to be that guy that's always like moody or putting people down or whatever. And like it's pretty easy for me to be happy when like people around me that like that I enjoy being around are happy as well. So it's kind of like a bit of their happiness did rub off on me in some aspects, and it was just like, okay, if it stays like this, maybe I can like keep going on and whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Interesting.
So I guess there's no chance of you doing a master's.
Master's what? At the moment, no. My parents actually mentioned it like during my third year. Bro, oh my god. I was so close to giving them a screw face. It was insane. Well, of course, like the flashbacks to childhood and stuff, you can't be doing that.
Then you'd actually been homeless if you...
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'd have no one to blame but myself. But nah, masters, like at the moment, nah, I'm not looking back to going to uni. No way. No way.
Yeah, I hear you, man. How did you find doing uni at home? Because me personally, like I could never have stayed home for uni.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake. I did want to, like, I knew at first I tried to go to a uni that was like outside of London, like Birmingham or something. But I didn't get the grades. I got into SOAS through clearing. Okay. I didn't get the grades. So it was this thing where stay at home, you can save money, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, that seems logical. That makes sense. And then I was like, yeah, but am I still going to be allowed to do like experiment and have a little bit of expanded freedom or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, sweet talk. Yeah, of course. Go get that uni experience. Yeah, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So it just felt like extended A levels. And that is, yeah, it just felt like extended A levels. Like you have the majority of the negative aspects of uni, which is like work and, I don't know, fitting in and that kind of stuff, without much of the positives, like the social aspects. Again, it's not like completely, I'm not completely blaming like external things. I definitely could have put in more effort to do more of the social stuff. Because there are people, like tons of people that have gone to uni and stayed at home and still had a really good time. But nah, not me. Not me.
Oh man, this whole entry's gone the wrong way so far, man.
Like, it's I don't know, it's fun. It's kind of fun for me to talk about because it's like naturally something that I don't really share often or at all. So it's a decent outlet.
Yeah. Nah, for real, man. Do you think? I don't know what specific. I think it's like a big question in my head around like living at home. But how do you like even comprehend being social at home, especially with African parents? Like, if I was home, that's like 0 nights out. I'm never speaking to a girl until I'm 28.
Yeah.
The most fun I would get is like playing FIFA with the boys online. But even that's end at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Pretty much. That like sums it up pretty much. I think I only went to, I don't know, maybe like two or three parties, like my first year. They were all right. They were all right. Like, again, like naturally I'm a pretty reserved person. So it's like, I guess I would have liked to, try to be a bit more, I don't know, adventurous or wild or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's,
I didn't miss out too much.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely feels like I did miss out on quite a bit of that. Cause, like you hear all these, crazy stories about like first year and second year. And like when you hear them, there's a bit like, and it seems like I kind of wish I had some of these stories to tell myself. But of course, like that didn't happen and stuff. So it's just like it kind of contributed to the like just to the idea of like why am I even here? Like what's the point?
Yeah. Nah, that's long, man.
Yeah, it is.
I'm trying to think of like what's an upbeat question I can ask, but it's like it's just
Oh, okay, upbeat. I'm gonna try to change it. It's around like the beginning of uni or whatever. That's when I really got into the guitar, and I really got into music and stuff. And I don't know, like it was just a way for me to like I don't know, it's like to kind of it's gonna sound super corny, like because people say this all the time, but it was just kind of like a way for me to just like liberate myself and just like express myself and like in a way I completely control. And yeah, it was just, I don't know, if I somehow like had a timer for the amount of time I spent playing the guitar during my first year, oh my god, I can guarantee you I put more hours into my guitar than I did my entire degree.
Mad. It's actually crazy.
Guaranteed, like without a doubt, guaranteed. And like looking back on it, I wouldn't change that for anything, for sure. Wouldn't change anything. Absolutely.
This is a bit of a curveball question, but like,
yeah,
is there in your head? Is there a difference between like expressionism and escapism?
Ooh, damn! But did you just think of that question on the spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
That's why I get paid the big bucks, man.
Expressionism and escapism.
I'll tell you where it comes from. So yeah, some thinking time.
Okay.
Because I got a similar story about YouTube, for example. I started that in first year. And at the time, it's like, yeah, I want to be able to talk, speak my mind, be expressive. But at the same time, it's like whenever I was bored of uni or like bored of, the social aspect, I would kind of do that. And even though at the time, like, I've always seen it as like a source of expression. And to be fair, now it very much is. I don't escape to YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
I initially, to some degree, I kind of just did it because I didn't want to deal with everything else outside. That's the one time I really felt in control of what I was doing. It's one time where I felt like my effort, because like in uni, you kind of study, but you don't really get anything out of it until you get a job. But like, I assume it's the same with you with like guitar. Every time you practice, you get better. Every time a video get views, it's that instant gratification. I realized that there's more to it than just that expressive. It's more about some element was because I just wasn't happy with uni, and that was my escape.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
But I wonder if it's similar with you.
Yeah, definitely. Like, definitely. Yeah, they bleed into each other. It's for sure, 100%. It's like, I don't know, it's a thing where, yeah, it just depends on the way you look at it. Because, like we both, like, thankfully we went about it in pretty positive ways, to kind of like, I don't know, slightly escape from like the pressure of dealing with, like not the best or the most ideal experience. But yeah, in a sense, yeah, for sure, it is a way. I'm looking at my guitar now. It was a way of escaping. I'm looking at it like it's a person, and like it's trying to talk to me. But
it's a proper artist right there, man.
Yeah, it definitely was a way of like escaping and escaping those kind of like thoughts almost. But yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have to completely agree with you there. I don't know. The more you did it, the more like the more I'm assuming the more you did YouTube and the more you got into the swing of things, it felt more liberating for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It got to a point where it's like I actually want to do this as opposed to yeah,
exact same. And yeah, I can't really connect. Like, I can't really pinpoint like a date or something where it switched from something from like escaping to like a genuine joy. But yeah, it somehow bled into each other and like, it's a good thing. Because I know in those instances, it's pretty easy to turn to things that are not like really healthy or beneficial for you in the long run. And yeah, like that's why it's really good to hear that, there are obviously ways to kind of, well, I don't know if it was a healthy way, but there are like more productive ways of kind of dealing with that thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I draw a lot of comparisons to like what we do compared to like how others might go out every night or how they might, I don't know, drink a lot.
Yeah.
And even though it's not obvious, the comparisons aren't obvious. It's literally, you're fed up with something, so you find a solution to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Something to put your energy into. Like, I guess to turn that into a question, like, do you think, I mean, obviously, I think I know what your answer is going to be, but do you think it was actually constructive and beneficial to take up music as a side thing?
Yeah, I know you know what my answer is going to be, and that's like 100% yes. 100% yes. It's just something I find like really fun to do, and it's like I used to do the same like before music. I used to do the same with like games and like TV shows and anime and that kind of thing. Like that used to be my natural escape route. But yeah, throwing something like, I don't know, learning an instrument or a couple instruments or whatever into the mix was definitely something worthwhile for sure.
Yeah. Anime is one thing that I got into as well, actually. I wish I could forget about first year, only to forget about Fullmetal Alchemist, because I want to watch it again. There's not knowing what happens.
You can still watch it again. It's worth the rewatch. It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, that first like when you first watch it, is sick. It's sick. I remember I put my older brother onto it just by playing him one of the opening songs, and he's like, "Oh, what is this?" He was a big like Dragon Ball Z head when it came out and stuff, and yeah, it was good. Well, this is good.
No, I hear you, 100%, man. I can't remember what I watched recently. I got into it because of the theme song. I got to double check. I'll bring it up again later in the interview. But
Cool.
like
Yeah.
some of the songs you get, like that's all you need. You just need to hear that
Yeah.
one note.
Yeah. There's this like little theory that if an anime has like sick opening music, like the anime, it's probably it's going to be a good series. So let me tell you something. It's probably going to be a pretty good series. Just like listening to like all the old Naruto music. Oh, it's so nostalgic. It's beautiful.
I haven't even got into it yet. Too many episodes.
Oh yeah, fair. Understandable. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that.
Do you think? Because I was recently added to the anime chat. But was that ever a thing for you, where it's like you just know you're friends with someone because they like anime?
Nah.
Interesting.
Nah. I'd say I'm pretty like selective of the people like I hang around with. I don't know, if we have like a single interest together, I wouldn't really call someone like a friend.
Yeah.
I just call them like, I don't know, like a person that we have like a similar interest in one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, friend for me, it goes like way beyond that. It's like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like just how we vibe. Just how we vibe, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
It's a much deeper thing than just like surface level interest. Much deeper thing.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I ask is because like everyone I know that, I guess I'll start from talking about my school experience. Like probably the same for you and for most people, I guess, where anime used to be this very like taboo concept, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I still think it is. Yeah, still think it is. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I feel like it's way more accessible now.
It depends who you speak to, I feel. Like, I remember like being at uni and stuff. And whenever anime used to come up, I used to like kind of keep quiet and see. I used to keep quiet and see like what they say about it before before I decide to contribute or not to contribute. But yeah, some of the conversations they're not like anime is for kids or it's like a cartoon or whatever. Those conversations I was like, all right, cool, yeah. But, agreed, whatever. Well, we move the next topic. But then, like, of course, when I met people that did like it, it was like, oh, nice. What anime do you like? Then they'd list some, like, I don't know, anime I've never watched. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, that's nice.
Mad. I hear you. I don't know. I feel like, well, I guess I haven't been in as many conversations as I think, but whenever I hear it now, it's always like super positive. Like, I met a girl last year who's like, oh yeah, watch One Punch Man. I'm like, what?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know girls can watch anime.
like some of the really popular ones, like kind of bled into, at least for a little bit, like bled into mainstream culture, like One Punch Man or the first season, like Attack on Titan or something. Like they just became super popular out of nowhere. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's more accessible now, but there's still a little stigma around it, I feel.
Interesting. I don't know. I'll save my follow-ups for our anime podcast.
I'll have to jump on that one as well.
You're the host, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Every time I say I watch dub, I get beaten up.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Watching dub, like when you first start watching it, like dub is the way to go. It's just, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
That's a polite way to call me a noob, man.
No. Everyone starts with something, It's good.
That's nuts, man. What do you think? Like, I guess slightly segueing back into the topic, like, what do you think is an important thing that people don't know about you that maybe they should?
Oh. Important thing. Damn.
Outside of your five-a-side record.
Yes. Outside of that, yeah. I guess, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't make sense to say like easily approachable.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Like if someone wants to talk about anything, they like honestly, all it takes is just like a DM or something like that, and like I'm down to talk about it. I might not like come across as like an open person or whatever, but yeah, most of the, like majority of the time I'm like down to have like weird conversations on like pretty much anything. So it's just, I don't know, that might be a thing.
I like that actually. I'm happy you said that. I feel like I'm similar. Like I always get people that say like, "Oh, I've been meaning to call you," but blah, blah. I'm like, mate, like, you have to mean to do it. If you just say hi, like I remember when I said, I've just triggered myself.
Go for it.
I remember before I knew what I was doing, talking to girls, I would always start with like a hey or like a boring message.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, that's boring. You got to be more like tactical and more funny." Obviously now, like I got game, but but I'm thinking back and it's like if someone just said hey to me, I'm the type to respond. I don't see that as boring.
Yeah. It's nice. It's like I don't know. It's weird to say, but like human interaction it's nice, and like especially when you remove all of that, like you have to be like you have to speak in a certain kind of way, or else this won't happen or that will happen, blah blah blah. Just a simple conversation is nice. It's needed. It's so nice. Like I think I'm the type of person, if I think about someone and I'm like, oh wow, I haven't heard from this person in a long time, I wonder how they're doing. I'm generally I'm not afraid to just shoot that person a message or whatever. And I don't know, I feel like because of like I don't know, but for some reason it just feels like there's this like I don't know, it's this like societal thing where no one does that without like an ulterior motive or something like that.
No,
so like everyone is always on like the back foot. Like, okay, this guy just randomly messaged me. What does he want? And I don't know. That's kind of like puts up a blockade. That's kind of not nice to run into. But yeah, don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, I get you, man. It's there's no answer to it, I guess. It's just something that I've noticed.
Yeah.
I guess slightly on that, how come you never had social media, and then how come you got it recently?
Why I didn't have social media? I just didn't care. To be honest, I genuinely just didn't care about it. Like, I always viewed it as this thing where it's just a way for people to, of course, this was like back then, which is obviously wrong now. Like I've been exposed to like different ideas and stuff, but I was viewed as this thing where people use it as a means to like show off to people and like kind of express their lives in a way which only highlighted the positives. And like I felt like I know that contributed. Well, I felt like, and I still feel like to some degree that it definitely contributes to like the kind of degrading mental health of like a bunch of people. Like if you go on Instagram now and you scroll through and whatever, you see, well, maybe not right now during COVID, but like in general, like you just see people having so much fun. And if you're at a point where you are not like having that kind of fun yourself, or you're just like not in like really positive state of mind, you just start comparing yourself. You just start comparing yourself like, oh, look at this person. He's traveling to wherever and he's like obviously having so much fun. And look at me. I'm just like, I'm terrible. I'm not having fun. My life is crap compared to his or hers or whatever. And yeah, it can just have it could definitely cause that mental spiral to like keep spinning or even start the spiral, in fact. But then, yeah, things change. Got social media. Why? Because I don't know. It just I'm not even sure why I got it. It was weird. Like when I was speaking to people and they were like, what's your Instagram and stuff? And then I'd be like, I didn't have one. Okay, what's your Snapchat? No, I don't have one either. Okay, what do you have? Email. But,
Oh man.
kind of like, like when you have conversations that, end up like that, it's just like, okay, maybe I should, look into this a bit more. So yeah, I eventually got it just for like ease of access and stuff.
No, I get that. That's the main reason why I have it as well, I guess, like the communication aspects. There was a long time where I had like Messenger and not Facebook because like I don't actually care about the social, but having those chats is important.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's something I still think about as well. Like I'm trying to, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm trying to figure out a way to like to use it without contributing so much to that that like fake super happy life. Like I mentioned earlier, I just can't figure it out. And like sometimes like obviously like you want to post pictures and like you want to share good things and stuff like that. But for some reason it's always at the back of my mind when like I do want to post that picture or whatever. It's like, you know, if I post it and if someone sees it and like they're not having a good time, I will be like contributing to to their like negative mental whatever. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just like overthinking it too much, and but I don't know, it's just something that's like always been on my mind, I guess.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's definitely a noble mindset. I think that's one thing, like going back to uni as well, talking about like not having those stories. It's like, I remember scrolling through first year and seeing like people that I called friends being out of trouble. I'm like, why am I not there? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I was never the insecure type, but I'm looking at guys having fun and I'm in my room like studying, and you just feel bad about yourself for no reason.
Yeah, for sure. Like that fear of like missing out on just like different experiences and adventure and like all of that good stuff. It's just, it's crippling. It's pretty crippling.
Honestly, I mean, I guess you might have missed the, all the memes at the time when Instagram they used to have the, activity feed. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I kind of now, yeah. I'm assuming that's like the main homepage or whatever. Oh my god, I sound like a boomer. I'm assuming that's like the reels or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Nah.
Rip.
I don't even know if I should tell you, man. It might break your heart.
You can tell me, but I probably wouldn't like spend time like looking at it.
Nah, I'm bantering. It's like, it's the same with Snapchat. Like with Snap, there was a feature where like, I mean, they still have best friends, but before you could see everyone's top 3 best friends.
Okay.
And on Instagram, there was a similar thing where there was a whole feed called activity where like you can see what your friends are liking and what they're commenting on.
Okay.
Like in principle, it's not a bad thing, like seeing who people are talking to, but it just led to a very toxic environment where like if you see one of your friends liking someone's pictures, people used to get annoyed about that. I never even used it. I didn't even care when it went down, but I saw everyone like, oh, activity feed, how am I going to track my friends now? How am I going to see who my girlfriend's talking to now? It's like, mate, just trust each other, man.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Activity feed. I had no idea that was a thing. Yikes.
Well, honestly, yeah. They got rid of it, but it's like, it says a lot about how people think, I guess.
Yeah. Not one to judge, of course. Not one to judge, but, it's not for me, and obviously it's not for you either, but it's a weird thing.
I guess it's just about protecting your mental, right? And obviously everyone's got their own tolerances, but it's not always the best solution for me.
Yeah. And it's also, it's like just like doing what you want as well. Like, I don't know, for me, like, I didn't really feel the need or urge to, share things like that be it positive or negative, with like just a bunch of people I didn't really speak to. So I don't know. But it is like when you upload pictures and you do see those likes rolling in and those like fire comments or whatever, it's nice. You can definitely see why people like really love it. It is a nice feeling. But I don't know. It's also nice to be like aware that, you know, it genuinely doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean much.
Nah, that's a fact, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, people can still feel free to like pictures and stuff. I'm not. I'm not telling them.
Hey, plug your Insta, man. And I know you want.
Plug my Insta. I can't even remember my tag. What is it?
I don't even know.
It's at Gafar something. I know the guitar one's at Gafar Plays, but I can't remember the main one. Wow.
Nightmare, man.
Yeah, I need to use it more. Need to use it more.
I can tell you for a fact that there's a sweet one listening right now that's not going to be able to find you. The girl of your dreams.
Oh, that's painful. That is painful. But, it will happen. If there's a will, there's a way. I could plug my email. Oh man, oh yeah. Fuck.
Oh dear.
God damn. Oh, but yeah, you know,
nuts.
If that's the case, feel free to slide in the DMs. They're open. They're open for sure.
Yeah, man. Likewise, DMs always open, especially if you're sweet.
For sure. Even if you're not sweet and you just want to have a conversation, they're open. They're open as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Gaffer said that, not me. Nightmare. All right, I can't. Okay, now that I'm cancelled, let's get back.
2020 at its finest.
If I was a year, I'd be 2020.
Not good.
Not good at all, man. All right, I think I guess one thing that I wanted, like one last question on the uni topic.
Yeah.
Is like if you were to like, let's say you're like mentoring some kid who's like in year 13 now.
Oh God.
What would you tell that kid?
Damn. Oh, I hate like giving advice and stuff because like I don't feel like I have enough experience to give like proper advice. If I was telling, first of all, God bless that poor kid. That poor kid.
Always a good start.
I would honestly say, do what you want. I don't know, don't rush into things, I guess. Or yeah, just don't rush into things. Like at the end of the day, you have a choice, I guess. Even if, well, I'm speaking like a hypocrite, because at the end of the day, you do have a choice, even if you don't see it. But yeah, just take it easy and don't try your best not to put too much pressure on yourself, because what is it called? You're 17, 18 or whatever. It's like you're still super young. We're still super young. I'm speaking like, I don't know, we're like, I don't know, 50 or something. We're still super young as well. But yeah, just don't put too much pressure on yourself to, I don't know, make big decisions that don't really need to be made now. Yeah, that's probably what I'd say. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's important to say that as well. Like a lot of kids, is, like we talked about earlier as well, they go to uni for the sake of it, either for their parents or whatever. Like,
yeah.
But we do have free will, man. Like autonomy is a real thing.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, at the same time, it's very easy to see why, like, you wouldn't feel like you have that kind of choice or whatever.
if you, like, knowing what you know now,
Mhm.
like, if you, let's say you're in first year again with this brain, would you still stick it out?
That's the thing. I would.
Mad.
That's the thing. I would. And that's just, it makes no sense. Cause I've been banging on about like, how I wanted to leave and stuff. But, I think that might be in part of the influence of the friends I had around me at that time. So like Osman and Brian and stuff.
Mm.
Osman, Brian, Adefemi. I don't like listing names because I feel bad for leaving out like other people, but I can't list everyone.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Even friends that didn't go to uni. Like just seeing the way that they just grinded pretty much. Seeing that the way they just grinded and like, just went with everything. Like I know I was speaking to Osman one time and I can't remember what question I asked him, but I was like, how do you manage to keep going on or something? Like I can't remember the exact question, but it was something around that. And he was just like, you just do things to get things done. And it's such a simple sentence, but it just blew my mind. And I think that was like in third year where I was on ropes. Second year, I finished it with an average of, 53%. So I had to get like 67, 68% to finish the 2-1.
Mm.
And I was like, that's when I, went into that, homeless theory, like if I graduate with a 2 it's like the end of the world, which is dumb because like graduating with a 2 is like still a pretty, like, really good thing.
Honestly.
But, I was speaking to him about, I was like, I don't know what I can do. Like, how do you manage to keep going on and stuff like that? You just do it to get things done. That sentence, it just like, I was just like, what the fuck? Such a simple sentence, but it meant so much. And, just, I don't know, things like that. Like, it's really important to pay attention to who you have around you because they, for sure, have, like, a high level of influence on you. And, like, just, both, like, who you are, like, where you are mentally, like, what direction you're gonna go in and all of that stuff. But, yeah, that sentence, like, I want to say it again, but I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, that was like a turning point for me. Just that single sentence. That was like a turning point. I was like, oh shit. It doesn't really matter whether I enjoy doing it or not. It's just that if I, go on and like do this thing, the benefits could be like pretty rewarding and it could like eventually lead to something good. And I'll be able to, do things that, like I might not have been able to do. And yeah, it's just like, damn, single sentence.
Yeah, that's a good one still.
Awful. Yeah. Just do things to get things done. Simple. Motto. Crazy motto.
I like that. I might borrow that as the UGSG tagline.
Don't even take it. It's there. Take it. Spread it. Tell everyone. Just do things to get things done. Tell everyone. Just tell everyone. But yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
I hear that for sure. Cause like, I guess not to undermine like how important it is to be happy as well, but fundamentally things have to get done.
Yeah. It's like, for sure. Like you're never going to be in a position where everything you do it because you do it because you love or you like or you enjoy doing it. They're like mundane. Like, who enjoys washing the dishes? Like no one. Honestly. Well, I say no one, but I don't know. There might be a few people out there that do enjoy washing dishes.
Yeah,
and
you're probably cancelled now as well.
Not even if you are one of those people, like, yeah, come be my assistant dishwasher or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm running a free internship if you want to join that. But yeah, like you just do it to get it done. Like if you don't do your dishes, you're not gonna have dishes to use to eat. And it's just mundane things, I guess.
No, it's very true. And I think uni is especially significant because like you're doing it. I mean, not everyone gets a job in their degree field, but like you're literally doing it it's a means to an end. You're trying to get a job. Like it's not as mundane as like just doing dishes. Like you're literally doing this to be fair, as you said, like if you don't do dishes, you can't eat.
Yeah.
Like the career is like a big thing that you get out of uni.
Yeah.
And just understanding that it's not the be all and end all. Like it's literally a pathway to a better life. Like
yeah, for sure.
That's
sure. Because like I took a year out after uni to kind of just like relax. I didn't have any like I don't know. I didn't. Wait, did I? Well, aside from like an internship at UBS in sixth form, I didn't do any like spring weeks or any summer internships or anything like that in finance. I just worked at Clark's during like in between my second and third year, and then right after my third year, the day after my last exam, I working at Clark's again. Needed the money, and so yeah, like it felt like I was gonna be at a disadvantage applying for things like jobs and stuff, because I'd be going up against people that did have those internship experiences and stuff. But they turned out all right, you know. Thankfully, it turned out all right. But yeah, then again, like that year I took out after uni, I just essentially dedicated the majority of it just to like doing things that I enjoy.
Yeah, that's what's good.
Definitely helped. So, there's no rush, to be honest. There's no rush.
Yeah, that's a big thing as well. It's like, because I kind of regret not taking a gap year before uni, just having time to myself.
Yeah.
But like, irrespective of whether it's a year, a week, a month, whatever, like the actual idea of taking time for yourself is such a big thing that a lot of us kind of forget about. Like sometimes grinding is not the motive.
Yeah. 100%. And like, even with gap years and stuff, like, I don't know how many like households this can apply to, or maybe I'm just like generalizing. Something like that. I don't know if they're like looked down upon in like in an African household or something like that. Because I don't know. I can see why like families would see it as a waste of time or something. But I think usually in the long run it's pretty worth it. I haven't come across someone that's gone. Can you hear that plane?
Yeah, it's like circling your house, that's why.
Like a UAV or something. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think I've come across someone that has been on a gap year and said, "Oh, I wish I never went on that damn gap year."
Exactly.
Or, like it was completely horrible. Usually, people come back feeling like refreshed and just like in a better sense, like with a better sense of themselves. So it's, yeah, definitely something it's worth looking at.
Yeah. Exactly. And even on that as well, like, I know like you're abroad, you're in industry, all these things that people do that aren't conventional. I've never heard anyone say they didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Same. Never. Not one.
It's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah. If anyone didn't enjoy it, I'd actually be really interested to hear their story on it. Really interested.
Honestly, yeah. Actually, if anyone out there listening hasn't enjoyed the year abroad or whatever, let's get the episode sorted.
Yeah.
That's nuts. You know what? I might even see if I can do one. I've got a couple years left. Like, catch me in Hong Kong.
That would be sick. That would be so sick. Traveling something I want to get into. I haven't been able to do it at all, really. Well, not even really, just at all, being quite frank. But yeah, it's something I want to start looking into.
Yeah, man. Now you got that finance money. Get around the world.
Yeah, gotta be clever with it as well. Actually, that reminds me, like, I don't know, just, like, not always, but there's this, like, slight issue of rewarding yourself. And, like, not feeling like you deserve a reward. Like, that's something I'm still working on. But, yeah, I haven't really figured it out yet, but, you know, if I do, yeah, I'll share it. But, yeah, just rewarding yourself it's a good thing, good practice. just really like need to learn how to do that as well.
It's interesting you say that, because I had a similar thought like a couple hours ago as well. It's like, because I was thinking to buy myself something, but then I'm like, I just bought a PS5. Do I really need to buy more? And obviously that's a very unique circumstance, but it's definitely important to figure it out. I think the solution I came up to at the time earlier today was like have a milestone based reward system. So it's like, if I get 2-1, then I'll buy this, or that will unlock a grant of funds or something.
Yeah. That's for sure a good way to go about it, for sure. But sometimes those milestones can get lost or pushed back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, depending on the type of milestone you set. And I don't know, it just feels like sometimes you're always chasing this milestone. Like, I'm gonna reward myself, or I'm gonna be happy when I do this, and then you're working towards that thing, and you're like, okay, almost there, but it doesn't really feel like I deserve a reward if I do get there. I'm gonna kind of alter that goal, and I'm gonna decide I'm gonna be happy when I do this, and it's just like this cat and mouse game that like you're setting yourself up to never win, and it's not really a good good long-term thing.
Yeah. It's definitely a tricky one.
Yeah.
That can be our homework. For next time we come on the podcast, we'll have an answer to that.
Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll work on that. I'll work on that for sure.
But I think that's all. Actually, no, one last quick fire question as well.
Yeah.
Because you were saying that if you went back, you would still do uni again, I guess.
Yeah.
To kind of refine the answer, what would you do differently other than like try harder with people?
Move out. I say that, but like I don't know how that would have turned out. Most likely I would have probably run into other problems that I didn't run into while I stayed at home. But like just I don't know, exposing myself to different things, like exposing myself to far more things, so I can just have like a better understanding of both like myself and just people, and cringy to say, but like the world, and I guess, and that kind of stuff. Just for sure, just like exposing myself to different things and not trying to like create this comfort zone and like stick inside it.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
And one thing that I wanted to do, like I'll see out the episode of this, like one thing that I wanted to do in 2020, that obviously I couldn't do because of the pandemic. I wanted to try and do a new thing every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that could be like 1 week I might do like, I don't know, rock climbing. I could go like climb a mountain. I could go for lunch with someone another week. Do a yoga class or something, like just try and do something new every 2 weeks. That's just a cool way to literally like force yourself to try something new and see. See what's out there.
That's really cool. Actually, that's a really nice idea. Damn. Ooh. Might borrow that one for a bit. It's a really nice idea.
Come through. That's the 2021 UGSG challenge.
Just hopefully like COVID allows us to do so. But even then, like it's still possible to do. Like me doing this podcast. This is something that I was like I was super nervous about. And I always like kind of try to avoid. But I was like it kind of scares me to do this. But it's definitely an experience. It's something that's completely new to me. And like after this, I'm not gonna be like, damn, I didn't wish. Like I wish I didn't do this podcast. It's gonna be like, damn, I'm actually pretty happy I did it. And just like, definitely, that 2 weeks thing, that sounds like pretty sick.
I love it, man. Let me know how you get on if you try it.
Yeah. 2 weeks. You see, even then I'm like already starting to think like 2 weeks, is that too often to try like completely new things, or should I stretch it out to like 3 weeks instead?
Nah, man, no compromises.
Yeah.
To be fair, like a new thing is literally like, it doesn't have to be, I mean, I've got mad examples like rock climbing and stuff, but it could just be like, I don't know, as you said, like setting a podcast or like reading a book.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Okay.
Yeah, just one thing you wouldn't normally do over every 2 week span.
Yeah. It's definitely something that can be done for sure.
It's a vibe, man. Let me know if you try it. I'm curious.
Cool. All right. Yeah, for sure. Cool.
But yeah, that's basically it, man. It was great having you on. Learned a lot.
Yeah. Again, probably not the most inspiring uni experience, but yeah, it's really, really fun to like kind of delve into it and like talk about it for a little bit. So yeah, thank you for having me.
That's great to have you on, man. And we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.